You just tuned it in.
Global and worldwide.
Hitting you on the one with no delay. Because it's the Fighter's Voice.
The Fighter's Voice.
With your fighting host, Richard Ortiz.
And the formidable co-host,
Mr. Cole Escovedo. Remember, every fighter has a voice.
Here we are, Fresno, California, the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show, because we're knocking out the competition. We got a special show for you tonight. Tonight with us in studio, we have the son of the man, the myth, the legend. The list goes on. They need to put this guy's face on some stone. They need to put him on, instead of a Rolls Royce, put his face right there on a logo, because this guy was the pioneer. This guy was the first, the last, even the middle. He didn't walk on water like Jesus Christ did, but he was right there. And when Jesus made him, he said, you know what? I'm going to make him with some pizzazz. I'm going to give him some charisma. I'm going to give him the it factor. Enough said, ladies and gentlemen. We got the son of a legend, the one, the only Hector Macho Camacho Jr. here in studio.
Macho time.
It's Macho time, baby. You didn't know what time it is? What time is it?
Oh, it's Macho time.
Tell the viewers, the listeners, what time
is it? It's Macho time.
Macho time. What time is it, Cole?
Macho time, baby.
Macho time. Ladies and gentlemen, the co-host with the most, the one who's still tapping them out and breaking arms, taking names, kicking asses, and doing the rest, Mr. Cole Escovedo, UFC veteran. What's up, Cole?
What's up, amigo? Man, it's been a minute since I got to sit at the desk.
It's been a minute, man. I was under the weather.
We had, the trip I took out of town.
That's right.
And then last week when you were feeling ill.
Yeah.
So I've been gone for like a minute.
Well, I got a story to tell.
Oh?
I was feeling ill, but it's okay to get ill in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay to get ill in San Bernardino rocking the mic for Garcia Promotions. It's okay. Is that okay, Macho time?
Yes, it is.
That makes it like even.
It makes it
be
even,
Vegas.
man. It makes it, I got to give a plug
promotion.
before we even start right there. Exactly. Robert Garcia, Hall of Fame trainer. Happy birthday to you. On the count of three. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Robert Garcia. Happy birthday to you. Only on the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show, where we're knocking out the competition, taking names, putting them underneath my feet. Enough said. Let's talk to the Macho one. The Macho one. Let's talk about the comeback. Let's talk about your first fight. I don't even know where to begin with you, my man. I mean, the son of a living legend. Yes. Boricua, right?
Boricua.
Did I say it right? I was there. I was getting there. That's right, man. Okay. Being the son of a legend, we're going to jump right into this. Being the son of a legend, and I'm going to say the word pressure. What comes to mind when I say that?
Oh, son of a legend. Wow. Like comparison. No matter what I do, I will never live up to that shadow.
Exactly.
And I'm proud of that.
And I know you are. You embrace it.
I embrace it big time.
Because when you came in here, you were embracing when you walked through that door.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He lives on.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Of course he does. Because he opened doors. Yes, he went where Bully Man has never been before. And I'm not talking about Star Trek. Yeah. The first one with the gold chain. The first one with the ring walk. The first one with the shorts, with the split, with the outfits.
Yeah, everybody wears
and then Naseem Hamed copied. And then so did Madomeno Paez copied. And what's the guy? Paulie, I can't pronounce it. Yes. Yes.
Keith Thurman.
Okay, exactly.
It goes on and on and on.
It goes on and on and on. But who was the first one? Macho Man. Yes, sir.
Yes.
My gosh. And I know right now as we're talking, my man, my dude KP right now, the green screen is blowing up right now with content of your father.
Lovely.
Yeah, let's talk about that, man. Growing up in that household, man. What was it like, man, being the son of a legend? I mean, your dad couldn't even go anywhere.
I couldn't go nowhere, walking the streets. Either I'll get challenged by the young kids, or your father's Camacho, let's fight. Or I'll get,
Is that why you got involved? Is that why you got involved in boxing?
No, I mean, he was my everything. He was my hero. I wanted to be like him. Then again, that's all I seen was boxing.
Yeah.
Training camps, fights. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
And coming out Spanish Harlem, you had to be tough.
Oh, yeah, man.
You get picked on.
Yeah.
As I was a target being Camacho Jr.,
yeah,
I would get picked on until I started putting my hands up and stopped.
Yeah. So. And you know what, your dad, he did an interview on ESPN. I'm not sure who the commentator was. You put your name in the bid for the Olympic trials.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, when you were younger, and he was exactly. And you had a great opportunity, man. You had a shot. You left your mark there, and your dad was very proud. If you look at that interview, you can look at the proud look on your dad's face, man. I mean, it said a lot. And I wasn't a father at the time, but I was just thinking, I was like, that's the way I'm going to look. when I talk about my son, and that's the way I do look and feel when I talk about my son, man.
Because he was progress. He never had no he didn't have hands on my career.
Yeah.
I trained myself. I learned myself just watching him. He never trained me.
He you know what he did say in that interview? He said he would move around with you and spar with you, but every once in a while he had to let you know because you were trying to bring it on. He had to let you know, like, okay, I'm Macho Senior.
That's
This is
true.
the way it's done. He
true.
said I wasn't afraid to let him know.
That's true.
Exactly, my man. Can you imagine that? I mean, you're sparring with your dad, and you land a couple and your dad lets you know, like, okay, I'm gonna let you know why you're landing that right hand, where you got it from, where the DNA really comes from.
I can imagine what it would be like. I can't speak from experience. I can imagine what it would be like, though.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, your son, you throw him around, you let him know what time it is, right? I mean, you put him in a little arm bar. UFC veteran right here, Mach.
You know, if I could only get him to go into the gym,
Then that would be
I could,
good.
you know, teenagers are rough.
Yeah, there's a different age that we're living in right now, man. Speaking of rough, man, Harlem growing up, man.
Yes.
Your dad's story, I mean, is phenomenal, man. From rags to riches to fame to fortune, he was the who's who. You knew when he walked in a room.
Yeah. I'd have been in the room.
I mean, you knew, you would hear him, you would feel that. I mean, he had like an aura around him. He
was
wasn't
special.
afraid to speak his mind,
He was special.
and there was no turning back. He didn't do it halfway.
No. And it wasn't fake. That's who he was.
Exactly. I got to ask you this, man. Hey, where's that chain that says Macho right here?
You know, when he passed away, my grandma took control of the chain.
Okay.
I'm not one to wear jewelry, and it wasn't my chain, so
Okay.
I gave it to the woman who gave birth to him.
Oh, there you go.
So,
There you go. He did. There was a topic with HBO, and I remember he kept that one in one special drawer.
oh, he loved that chain.
And I got to see it. I got to see him wear it in Las Vegas. And I met your dad for the very first time. He was actually the first limelight fighter that I've ever met. I went up there to go. Okay, I'm gonna tell a quick story right here. A lot of people they'll clown on Camacho. They'll clown on Co Escovedo. They'll clown on Camacho Jr. They'll clown on the fighter's voice. But this young man, I'm sitting back. True story. I'm sitting back about maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm watching ESPN back in the day. They said Hector Camacho was coming. Hector Camacho this week he's fighting. I mean, this is the fight leading up to Julio Cesar Chavez, and they're in Las Vegas. I go, man. I call my friend. I said, bro, we got to go to Vegas, man. They're right there at the Hilton. And I thought they'd just be there standing waiting for us, man. We got in the car, borrowed my girlfriend's car at the time. He worked at a gas station, so we got like free sandwiches on the low. Filled it up, right? Everything on the low. We smashed down there. I had I had enough to pay for the buffet, and then I had $10 left. And with the $10, I remember I bought a flag of Chavez flag, and then a Macho flag. Right? It was a towel. It was $5 each.
Oh,
So-
their faces on it. Yeah, I think. I
Yeah,
remember. Yes,
exactly,
yes, yes.
exactly. And then it had their signature on it, but not the real signature. So, anyways, I meet your dad. The first time I see him right there in the Hilton, and I ask him to sign the towel. He goes, "Yeah." He signs the towel, and then all of a sudden I see Chavez. But we went all the way down there to stay in Vegas for only 4 hours, and then we drove back.
Wow.
But we got to meet Macho Camacho was the first one I met,
Chavez.
and took a picture and met Julio Cesar Chavez.
Two great fighters.
Two great fighters, and they were coming out like maybe an hour difference. Yes, sir, man.
They were
I
friends.
was living.
They were close friends.
And you know what? They would mess with each other.
Yeah.
They would mess with each other. Check this out, because after they fought the first time, your dad's working out. Oh, your dad's, okay, can I tell a story right here? I can tell a story. We got plenty of time. Check this out. Julio Cesar Chavez is sparring. This is at, gosh dang it, I want to say the Hill. No. I may be wrong. Maybe Caesars. I'm not too sure exactly where it was. Lennox Lewis was on the headliner. He was getting ready to fight Tony Tucker. Help me, Mike, if I'm off. So anyways, Chavez is sparring. And it's this last round of sparring. Your dad's right here in the corner. He's jumping rope. He goes and puts some headgear on there, climbs in the ring and says, come on, get. And he knew dang well that was not going to happen. And I'm going, I'm going to see the rematch right now.
Yeah, he was good.
Your dad didn't care.
Yeah, he was good for that. He was good.
Hey, man, he was messing with them. And then even Julio later on, he would go, macho time. He'd walk. They'd mess with each other.
They were close. They were close friends. Respect.
Afterwards. Yes, it was
Great
respect.
fighters respect each other. Like you see that with Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns now. You see
Yeah.
them walking around with each other.
Exactly.
Great fights respect each
And
other.
Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
See, I can tell the story because it really happened. I was there. It existed. There was no cell phone. I didn't even have a pager. There was none of that stuff there. That's how hungry I was for the sport, just to see it and visualize it. And now I'm talking to the son of a legend.
Yeah. That's when boxing was boxing.
Boxing was boxing. Speaking of boxing was boxing, let's talk about your comeback, my man. I know we're going to touch on a lot of topics today, and we got plenty of time for that, but you're getting back in the ring again.
Yes, I owe it to myself, owe it to my father. Now that my career is winding down, I tell myself, all the talent I have, the name, the looks, the style,
Yeah.
I cannot leave boxing halfway.
Nah, man.
I'll look back and say, damn, I could have did this, I could have did that. Now look at fighters. Nowadays, there ain't much out there.
No.
Boxing's a business
Exactly.
more than a sport.
Very well said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'd have to take that. Boxing is business. Boxing is a business more than a sport. I'm going to put Hector Camacho Jr. in the bottom there. I like that one right there, man. As you
Back
can
in
tell,
my father's days, boxing was boxing.
It was.
The best fought the best.
yeah,
It was okay to lose back in the days.
it was.
You fought a good fighter.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you know, it's
It's called cherry picking.
yeah, fighters, boy, fighters. You know, it just that's what it is. That's why boxing has slipped down so bad.
It has slipped
People
down.
turn their back on boxing. We still have good fighters, of course, and
Yeah.
talented fighters, but the fans, for fans' sake, they turn their back on boxing. The judges messed it up.
Oh my gosh.
Promoters, the business side. At least with UFC MMA, you got real fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
they
do.
fighting.
Yeah.
It's real. They took the young crowd now. So that's what boxing's at right now. They need a Macho Camacho. They need a showman.
They need a
They need
showman to
it.
come right back.
They need it.
So what date are we looking at?
But we're still going over names. We're still going over sites, venues. We should know more about 2 weeks, but
Have you hit up Garcia Promotions?
not yet. But I'll be training here in Fresno.
Okay.
I talked to my man Alex. I've been out here for about I got here yesterday, last night.
Yeah.
Getting a good nutrition team around me. Getting a
Good.
good team around me. We surrounding ourselves with good people.
Yeah.
You know, in boxing, you got to be
Get a
careful.
good voice around you?
No, yeah, with the best.
That's right.
Fighter's voice.
That's right, baby.
It's about surrounding yourself with the right people.
yeah. I
When you're
truly
young,
believe that.
You put yourself around people who just there just to feed off of you.
Yeah.
And that hurts you in the long run. When you get people who do that out of love, not for the funds, they do it out of love, and that's when you know it's special. So this comeback, I feel like it's magic. You know, like, I was supposed to be back.
It's going to happen. Cole, tell us, how important is that to have a great team around you, the right people around you during training camp and your career?
Is everything.
Yeah, it's if you don't have that, you're not going to succeed. I mean, you might succeed, but it's going to be a miserable succession. It's going to be, you're going to feel used, you're going to know you're being used, versus everybody around you is just, all they care about is how far you can get. They just want to get you to the best you can be. And if you happen to make money, perfect. If they happen to make money, even better. But the goal is, how far can we get you? Like time, energy, time away from their family, trips out of town. I mean, all this stuff is stuff that you do, but they also do it too. It's like, it's more than glue. If you don't have that, you're not going to succeed.
You know, but you hit it right there, more than money. And you know what, speaking about money, I don't want to lose any money, so we got some bills to pay. We're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come right back here with the Fighters
Macho Time.
Boys Knockout Radio Show. Here with Macho Time, we'll be coming right back.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighters Boys.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighters Voice Radio Show.
Hey, we're back, Fresno, California. We're here with the son of a legend, and he's making his own mark. He's going to talk about his comeback. He's going to talk about getting back in the ring. He's going to talk about a legacy that he wants to leave behind. Enough said. Macho Camacho Jr. is back here in studio, Fresno, California. I got to ask you, how's Fresno treating you, my man?
Oh man, so far so good. Good people here.
Oh, yeah, we got number love in
It's
here.
calm city.
You got a couple of haters in here. I'm going to keep it real, though.
We have those everywhere.
Oh, that's right. You know what I call them? They get you over that hump.
Yes.
They push you to strive to better yourself.
Keep you motivated.
Absolutely. Cole, you dealt with a lot of haters, even daily at the I want to say at the poker place.
Place
man.
of employment, yeah, the car.
No, let's talk about that place of
Club
employment.
One.
Give them a plug, man.
Oh,
Where at?
Club One.
Club One.
Yeah, it's
Hey, Mach, we got to take you to Club One.
Hey,
Yeah, we do.
Win.
Club
like-
One.
I bet you like blackjack.
Win some money there, man.
That's a casino.
Yeah, you get
casino.
in. It's Fresno. This just the nature of any industry.
Yeah.
Succession comes with that. But the best part is you can start off with, say, 50 haters. Let's just pick a random number. You can start off with 50. By the time you get close to where you want to be, as far as you consider success in what you're doing, that number is probably down to like 20, because the rest of them you've turned into fans.
Yeah, I
'Cause
agree.
What happens is It's funny is because they're more of a fan of what you're doing than they are a hater of you specifically. And if you become good at what they like, they automatically just start to like you. Just because they're more of a fan of what that is, and you're good at it. Forget it. They're a fan.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but the trick is to turn those haters into those fans, and it just seems like that number never gets smaller. It seems like no matter how good I do, the haters are always there. It's just that the less there are, they just tend to seem louder, and that's why I've always never really been a fan of if you have an upcoming fight, social media. Stay away from it.
Some might even give them respect and call them a rival. Once you call them a rival, then you respect that person just like you would in boxing because they're going to make you work harder. I mean, who was your rival coming up, man? I mean, because you had people that Zab Judah. Wow, that's right. That's right. Same area, my man.
Yes. New York.
He wants to be a nurse now, or he is a nurse.
He's a nurse.
He is a nurse. Hey, congratulations. I mean, that's cool.
That's good. Tip the hat to him. At
Yeah.
first he wanted to be a rapper, now he want to be a nurse. So
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, he's cool, but he can nurse himself after he gets in the ring with you.
You're right about that.
You know what I mean?
Problems. He had some problems in the ring.
Yeah.
Zab was a good fighter. He
Yeah.
just couldn't get it together.
No, he couldn't get it
He
together,
flipped
but he
out.
did knock Mayweather down.
Yes, he did. He was doing well in the fight.
Yeah, he was doing really well.
Southpaw style. They always say Mayweather had pounds of
But
southpaw.
after he got hit by Casio Zoo, oh man, it was a wrap. He's still staggering around right now for that one.
Costa was a killer. He was a
He
killer.
was.
Yes, he was.
He was Casio Zoo. See, when people would mention Triple G always remind me of a cross of Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. and Casio Zoo. Zoo kind of had that stance like that. Yeah, had that little tail too. And when he hit you, when he touched you, wore those high socks.
Zab really invented a stanky leg.
Oh yes, he did.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
did. That's where he got
gosh.
that from.
Yeah, yes, he did. He went down 3 times, huh?
Yeah, he got up and went down, got up, went down.
Oh, then he wanted to fight the referee.
Yeah, he thought the referee's for it.
Zab, you're listening, man. I ain't hating on you. It's
That's
just
my
it
man.
is what it is.
It's love.
It's all good. No, but love, Zab. Shoot,
Fighter's voice.
the fighter's voice, the only voice that matters. The only voice.
Exactly.
Actually, Ali Setback gave me that nickname, the only voice. So coming from him, and actually I put it out there because I kept it to myself, but we released that, right, KP? Where he says, at first he says, the fighter's voice, one of the best voice, or he says something in the first part, but at the very end he said the fighter's voice, the only voice. So I stepped it up and said, the fighter's voice, the only voice that matters, knocking out the competition.
I like that.
I mean, it's a wrap. We didn't come here to, did you wake up to take second?
No.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Cole, when you went in the cage, did you say, hopefully I'll take second? No. There's only two in
All I
the
would
cage.
say
brother.
is please don't let something get broken. That would be the only thing. Because all you got to do is just, this is going to suck no matter what. Like,
Well, you
could be
broke a
pumped
lot of
for it.
bones, too,
Yeah,
though.
but you could be pumped for it, but at the same time, you just know this is going to be a
I
bunch
was
of
looking
suck.
at one of your fights, bro. Is that your fault or the ref? Or did you beat the ref?
Which one?
When the dude was already knocked out. And when you came over the top on him after he was already asleep?
No, the ref, because you can see pictures of him making contact with the canvas, and you could see the ref kind of coming in, but it was more of an autopilot thing because I've seen too many films of too many guys get cracked. I've done it. I've gotten cracked, dropped, hit the canvas, and jumped right back up. I did it against Mizugaki. I got dropped twice that fight. The first one just right
Gotten
back
almost,
up.
safe to say, knocked out and knocked back in.
Exactly. The impact. It's like the impact of hitting the ground kind of wakes you back up, and you're right back in it. So I've seen that, and I've seen dudes get knocked out because of that. Reverse after that guy gets up. So I was just like, no, I'm going to follow you. The ref is going to stop me. Until the ref stops me, you're supposed to keep going. If not, then you lose. You got nobody to blame but yourself. So it's more of an autopilot than it is. You see that sometimes. It's like they're not really trying to hurt the guy, but it's if the ref hasn't stopped
No, you were trying to
yet-
hurt him.
Well, no, I was just. I saw an opportunity to get an edge on top of an opponent that the ref wasn't in the way yet. So I'm gonna go until the ref gets.
So
in
you
the way.
beat the ref there.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could see the picture of the ref coming in, and I looked back and I was like, oh man, I bet he felt bad because he was so close to stopping it. But it happens to all of us.
Mach, have you ever let anybody off the hook? You had him hurt, and he's like, "Oh man, okay." I kind of thought he was out, so I kind of held back slightly, and maybe I shouldn't have.
A couple of times. Well, I'm not in condition.
Yeah.
Should I go for the kill? How about I get tired?
Oh, okay, you don't want to punch yourself out.
Exactly.
And he could be sitting back
Exactly.
and luring you in and trying to counter you. Yeah. But one guy, speaking of knockout, one guy who's never been knocked out, and he has an iron chin. And I've always said that The man has never been knocked out, has an iron chin, and that's your pops, Hector Camacho Sr. He's been hit solid by Julio Cesar Chavez.
Trinidad.
Oh, yes, Trinidad.
De La Hoya.
De La Hoya.
A young De La Hoya.
A young De La Hoya in the prime.
Rosario.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Hey, remember that second round? You got to give it to him. That left hook, Edwin Rosario. Ooh. Yeah. See, that's the first time I was thinking, oh, my gosh. If he would have went down, it would have been that fight. But he didn't. I mean, he was in great shape. I know I sound like a kid in a candy store right here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you who I have in studio.
It's Macho time.
Macho time, baby.
Macho Camacho.
The only time.
They say after that fight, my father changed his style. Became more of a dancer, more of a mover.
Okay, let me tell you this.
Defensively.
When your dad was coming up, okay, and all his fights on CBS Sports, he was an assassin, bro.
Aggressive.
He knocked everybody out.
He was aggressive.
Bad, because they couldn't put up with the hand speed, in the power, and the leverage, the way he would sit down on his punches. He was flashy.
Yeah. And if he had a chance to hit you in the break, he hit you in the break.
He did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
There's a great quote, man. I got to say this, man. Your dad's being interviewed on HBO. And they asked him, they go, how you doing, man? He goes, man, I'm doing lovely. He goes, I got a lovely life, a lovely wife. I'm lovely. And he went on. And I'm saying, and I remember there was somebody in the room, and it was a female. She was, you go, boy. Because he said that. He goes, I got a lovely life. I got a lovely wife, a lovely career. He goes, I'm lovely. He was on, man.
Something else.
He was. He didn't care.
He was ahead of his time.
Yes, he was.
I think so.
He set the tone.
Imagine the money he'd be making today.
Oh, my gosh.
He'd be making McGregor money. Think about that. Like
Yes,
Mayweather.
yes.
Imagine that personality today.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. People went to the press conference just to see what he was going to do or what antics next. And when Vinny Pazienza tried to counter him with his other stuff, I mean, he turned it around and flipped it on him.
Yeah, witty.
Yes.
Quick wit.
Exactly. Yes. Very witty.
Intelligent. Yeah.
Very witty.
Yes, he
Yes.
was.
And I liked him when they asked him, you know, who do you respect? And he said through all the wars, he had a lot of respect for Roberto Duran. They hated
loved
each
Duran.
other,
He loved
but he
Duran.
respected Duran.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He's the only one, I don't care how old he was the only one to knock out Sugar Ray Leonard. Stopped him. And he looked at him. Do you remember that round before he knocked him out, right? He looked at him like, it's coming, baby. Do you remember that?
He nodded his head.
Yeah, he nodded his head like, it's
Yes.
coming. It's
Good
coming. You remember that,
Good
huh?
observation.
Yeah. Oh, come on, bro.
Yes.
I didn't just wake up and just say I want to be a boxing critic.
Before the bell rung, he gave him that look.
Yeah.
Now.
Exactly. Sugar Ray was wearing white gloves.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
he
With black
saw
shorts.
something. You think it's because he saw something
Oh,
in the
yes,
previous
he did.
round, felt
Yeah.
something, felt him tired, and was like, okay, I got you
Yeah.
now.
Huh?
You what?
Yeah.
And just kind of decided that's it.
Sugar
Okay,
didn't-
we're done.
He didn't have it. He didn't have it.
He was that good that he knew when he could end it.
Yeah, Sugar didn't have it that night.
And see, Sugar Ray got caught up because he was commentating on that Roberto Duran fight.
And that's where it started.
And he said, you got a gift tonight. He looked up and said that. And Macho was, yeah.
Yes.
And it was on.
That's what happened. Yes.
Hey, what did Chavez tell you there? Take it easy. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, yeah. Remember he did that? He was taunting him.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was some good stuff right there, my man. Man, but I want to talk about your career, man. That pressure going in, but you seem to use it and it worked for you. I mean, I don't want to use the term had because that's past tense. We're talking now. I want to be any way possible the fighter's voice can help orchestrate and help you get to that next level. We're here. We're that voice. We're that podcast, that radio show. We'll boldly go where no man has gone before with you.
Well, when I first came to boxing, my goal wasn't to be 3-time world champion or be a world champion. My goal was to be known for myself, be known for Hector Camacho Jr. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you know my father had a brother who was a fighter? Felix Camacho.
Yes,
Oh,
Felix Camacho.
People don't remember.
No, I remember he was thinner and he had his came all the way down, a little lower. Yes, I remember.
that was my goal.
Actually, he made a stop in Madeira. He did some sparring in Chowchilla.
Okay, yeah.
Where we looked that up. I know what I'm talking about, my man. I know what I'm talking about. And actually, he was acquaintances with my friend from Madeira, California, Louis Razzo. That's a whole different story, though. Felix.
It's okay, But the average boxing fan wouldn't know. Because they had a brother who was a
No, but
who
the
was
average
champion.
boxing fan, they'll be posting stuff and act like they do know after they get off their laptop. This is my laptop right here and right here.
So that was my goal, not to be a Felix Camacho, with all
Yeah.
due respect. I want to be known for
You don't want to be like your
myself.
uncle.
Exactly. So
What
that
do
was
you
my
think?
goal.
What do you think separated the amount of knowledge between the two? They're brothers. And they both fought. What do you think separated the knowledge?
You asking me or
Just in general, like having your experience with boxing and the sport. knowing it?
Hector had that it factor.
Point blank.
The person, that one little extra.
When Jesus poured it in their cup, they must have called his name, and Jesus kept pouring on Hector's.
Yeah.
Because he had that
Just that little bit extra.
Yep.
You know what? And your dad said it best. He said, my casket is going to be as light as possible because I'm using every single thing that I have. And he did. He was always ready for show. When the camera's on and everybody always looked, they were always looking just to see him walk by or to say, that's him. Conor McGregor got it from him, just like Jim Carrey got it from Robin Williams, et cetera, et cetera. You see all these comedians, but it started with Hector Camacho.
Yeah.
He did what everybody was afraid to do, wanted to do, was embarrassed to do, didn't have the style to do. It wasn't meant for them to do.
Exactly.
A lot of them still did it. Hector did it
Because
with
that
swag
type of
and
personality
pizzazz.
was reserved for like actors and TV
It
folks,
looked
not
natural
a
for him.
fighter.
Yeah.
It was natural.
Yeah.
Natural.
And he
Exactly.
flaunted it because it was just him. It wasn't something he had to create. It was just, this is how I am. And they were just like, hold on, boxers aren't supposed to be like that, but it just worked.
Oh, you know what? He was a showman. He wasn't just a boxer. He was a showman.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And you know what? Speaking of show, because I like the amplified show. And just like I like our amplified commercials, we're going to take one and come right back here with the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show. Remember, if you're not around, you probably got knocked out. We'll be coming right back with the Macho Man.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighters Voice Radio Show.
And we're back, Fresno, California, the Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters. This is part 3, and this is the part where we thank our sponsors. This is the part where Co Escovedo lets you know what's happening in the MMA world, and this is the part of the segment where we talk about what's next for the Macho Man, because we're going to talk about his team, his nutrition, his diet, his workout, and his message to all the kids in the school in Fresno, California, in the San Joaquin Valley. Enough said. Take it away, Cole.
Man, lights on, mics on. Remember, as
like
always,
that.
we got Bobby Salazar's salsa, still spicy and delicious. I want more.
We got some salsa coming in next
Do we?
week. Yes.
What kind? Same kind
She's
or
in
different
Portland.
kind?
All 3 kinds. She's
Okay,
in
cool.
Portland.
So I want to try a new one.
Bobby Salazar.
I want to try a different taste. So I
We got to
can
hook up
like
Macho
picture.
with some, man.
Oh, dude, no, it's spicy.
I check my nutritionist first. See
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. We'll talk
It's gonna
about
probably be a little high in the sodium area.
diet.
it. Yeah.
She might look at it and go, no. Like, yeah,
After the fight.
it's a little high in sodium.
Yeah.
So we've also got North Fresno Primary Care with Dr. Batista and Dr. Guzman. Remember,
That's
guys?
right.
Fighters, medicals, neuros, blood work, eating, all that stuff.
Actually, we got a doctor for you.
Yeah, we do.
We got to talk.
Blood, neuro, all that stuff.
We got to talk, my man. Yes.
We gotta go.
Yes.
And then,
Yes.
you know, in case you party a little too hard after the win, maybe, you know,
Yeah.
Miles Harris Esquire, we got a lawyer for you too.
Yeah.
All the ugly cases, all the ones you need a real hardcore attorney for, you know, custody, drug, violent, felony.
He's coming in the
DUI.
studio tomorrow to check out the show.
That's right. He's coming down tomorrow, so you
Yeah.
guys will get to see. You put a face with the name.
There you are.
So yeah, and Mad Production Studios, it's changed a little bit since I've been gone.
When you say change, they didn't change like, they changed the towels.
Yeah,
Upgrade,
Dude,
baby.
Like we've got new sound walling. I don't know what that is. There's that. That's. I feel like I walked into an art gallery.
Actually, that's like a secret surprise door. That's into like where
like I
KP
feel I'm in an escape room or something. Like there's like that's gonna pop off the wall when I hit a magnet button or something. It's be like, oh, that's the exit.
If you look closely, it says producer and females only. So I'll leave that alone, right?
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
And always thumbs up for Richie
Thumbs up for
Productions.
Richie. Promotions,
Keeping it on.
productions. That's all good, my man. So what's happening in MMA news, man? I heard the law was brought down today.
Man, yeah, we'll touch.
And then I
on
want
that.
Macho's take on that.
Man, we'll touch on that, but real quick so I don't forget because
Yeah.
I got to make sure I mention it. I missed some things. Bader knocking out the Emperor,
my
Fedor, gone, knocked him out in like 35
I
seconds.
saw that left hook, my
Like
man.
split him, done, stuck. I did not expect that.
And he beat the referee.
Yeah.
And he, just like you did.
I did not expect him
I didn't either.
to take Fedor out like that.
No,
it's
man.
just it's hard to because people will go, well, where's Fedor go from here? But that's hard, man. That's 35 seconds. Like he got wins to get there. It wasn't like
Yeah.
he lucked his way into the finals kind
and he
of thing.
didn't take punishment.
Exactly. It was just Bader just got there first that night. That's all it was. And it's nothing against Ryan. It's nothing against his ability. For all we know, Ryan can go in there and do that 9 times out of 10 and drop
could
him in
have happened
30
either
seconds.
way.
Exactly. He could have got dropped in 30. He can go out there and do it again.
Yeah.
But the point being, Ryan pulled the trigger first that night. That's what happened.
And that
he
was
pulled the trigger
Bellator
first,
MMA.
and he's just as dangerous because he's walking around with a 50 cal for an arm too. So if he lands first, dude, chances are you're a human. You're gonna go to sleep. Fedor's a human. He's a god, but he's a human. Yeah. So there's that. Another thing I saw that blew my mind, man, was Cejudo sent Dillashaw to the loss record column.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
Don't forget to talk about the undercard of Bellator. I'll let you commentate on that. But no, let's talk about Dillashaw.
Dillashaw, man, I was blown away.
I couldn't believe it.
I don't know if it was the cut, if it was... I never tried to say a fighter wasn't taking a fight seriously, but just... I think maybe there might have been a sprinkle of this in here. He might have just been like, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to knock out this division, and we're going to be done with that. And I'm thinking the UFC was thinking the same thing. Like, they were ready to just can the whole division.
What do you think about the stoppage? Was it too quick?
No, that kick was flush. That was a clean stop. All that would have happened was Henry would have made a little more space and just some more. I don't think that fight was ending any other way at that point. At that point, I think that fight was already over. It was just a difference of now or 3
Talk
seconds
about
from now.
momentum right now.
Momentum for Henry, yeah. But here's the thing: is my big question, and I'm sure everybody go, well, it doesn't matter. It was at 25. That's the problem you have when you have a weight class champion go backwards. They can go up because if they lose, who cares? 55 pounds not going to go, oh, I'm the 45-pound champ. No, he's not. He don't give a shite.
Yeah.
But when you go backwards and you lose, everyone's going to go, okay, so is he the 35-pound champ now? Go, I know your belt wasn't up for grabs, but he still beat you. You came to him and he beat you.
Yeah.
So, like, do they rematch? Do they rematch for the 35-pound now belt?
That'd be nice.
It's weird. It's hard when you have a champion go down and lose. When he goes up and loses, it's different. But when he goes down and loses, I'm sure I'm going to walk into TJ at some restaurant one day and get smacked in the mouth. But the thing is, though, it's you go down and lose, you should lose your belt.
Yeah.
If you want to challenge, especially when you want to challenge somebody for their belt in their weight class, cool. Your belt's up for grabs too.
Talk about challenge. Somebody stepped up to the challenge and they started winning the round, but they got caught. I'm talking about our champion to be.
Yeah.
And he got caught, my man.
Who?
Really, you gonna ask me that? Who else got knocked down on the Vader card? Got stopped.
Dude, that got way
Pico,
overshadowed.
man.
Who?
Pico?
Oh, the next best thing. The next best thing coming up. He got caught with that hook, and then he got caught with.
But see, he hurt his man too.
Yeah,
I still think he has a bright future. It's just the name of the game. He got caught. I mean, and
I saw that first one clipped him, and then his hands kind of came down, and then that second one, he totally went to finish him there. But
he did.
He dropped him first. Yeah, and I don't know. It didn't look like he got overzealous. It just looked like
that was a veteran move.
Yeah, he got caught.
I mean, Macho gets caught. He's gonna let the guy. He's gonna move around before tying him up. Let the guy tire himself out and then catch him before the round ends.
Pushed a little too much too fast, maybe.
Exactly.
Because when he went down, he was up, kind of like when Conor got dropped by Khabib. He was
he was coherent.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was still in the fight.
So dangerous, like going in on a lion that you just bit. Like it's super dangerous at that moment. Kind of thing.
Well, I'm talking about a man's always dangerous when he's hurt.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm going to ask you: Are you a fan of MMA? Do you watch it at all? Not at all.
No.
I mean, do you respect it at all? I mean, when you see it, you see these guys go at it.
Two guys that leave it all on the line.
Yeah,
and that's brutal.
It's just only boxing in your life.
Just boxing.
Have you ever been to an event?
MMA?
Yeah.
I've been to a couple. Right.
Okay, well, if you're still around the area in February, Combate Sports, the Fighter's Voice is going to, Combate. That's MMA like the whole thing, it's going to be Mexico against USA. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure, if you're around and you and your PR guy are around, the Fighter's Voice is going to give you 2 VIP tickets right there. You're going to be so close to the cage, you're going to want to jump in there and say it's Macho time.
Got you.
Okay?
Thanks to the Fighter's Voice.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The Fighter's Voice, the ultimate choice, man. The winning voice. All day long.
I like that one. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad either. You kind of get that swag and that rhythm when you're with the Macho Man.
Right? It just rubs off.
It just does, man. And, I got to ask you, how do you stay fine-tuned, man, and well-preserved, man? Because you walk in your bros, you still look about 27 years old.
I don't party. I live my life simple.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Shut up.
Bro. He does not freaking look it.
Dude, I begged you for like mid-20s. No joke. No joke. You look young. You've
I take care of
clearly
myself.
taken care of
Yeah,
yourself.
I do. I don't party. I don't drink. I don't break.
Now,
my time.
okay, so now he's 40.
Yeah.
You see how the difference in nutrition accessibility, training regimens, recovery regimens, medicine, all that stuff.
I don't
40.
take it. I
But
don't- I don't
look at
take
Bernard
it.
Hopkins. He don't party either.
But
Well
I never
preserved.
I never take a beating.
That'll
Yeah.
let you longevity too.
Yeah, exactly, man. So let's talk about that camp. Let's talk about your team that you're putting together.
Okay. I work with Alexandra right now. We got a couple of appointments.
Alexander in the house.
We're gonna visit
Hey, doesn't he look like one of the
schools.
characters on the first Superman? The one looking for him, dressed in that outfit, right? I thought you were gonna just like have those powers and just take off on me right now, right? And he says, "Where is he?" I was like, "There he is, my man." Yeah,
So
okay.
we setting up school meetings, talking to the youth, talking to the kids,
Yes,
and that
giving
keeps me
back.
going. That
Yeah.
keeps me going, you know.
But the
Being
impact
an
you're making on
example.
their lives.
Oh, big time, big time. I mean, somebody got to step up to the plate.
Yeah.
And nowadays, these youth, they lost, man. They lost.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I can imagine how that conversation goes. Their dad's at home watching the news, and he goes, "Yeah, Dad, some guy talked to us, a boxer." And they go, "Oh yeah, who, son? Hector Camacho Jr. Wait, hold on,
I know
son.
his father.
Who was it? Well, is he coming back?" I mean, you know what I mean?
I got to talk about believing in themselves.
Yeah.
Be you.
Exactly.
'Cause we all go through trials. Life is a roller coaster. Gotta stay believing in yourself.
I just told my daughter that. Life's a
Even
roller
when there's
coaster.
doubt, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Nah. What?
No, for what?
Nah. Exactly.
We fighters
Exactly.
at the fighter's voice.
Every fighter has a voice, and so does Macho Time.
So yeah, we staying busy in the community, helping out, giving back always. Because I'm a Muslim, so giving back is first to me always. So giving back and let them know, listen, it's not over. You're still
Yeah.
young. You're the future.
Yeah.
Make them believe in themselves. So that keeps me going forward. It keeps me motivated. Keeps me training hard, you know.
That's good, man. And you know what? You seem to kick Father Time in the butt, man, because you look good.
I'm trying.
Now, you're doing
I stay
good.
active, you know. I stay one every day. Now I'm watching what I eat. I'm Puerto Rican, so I eat everything, rice and
Yeah,
beans all
yeah.
day. But no, I'm watching my
And you
diet
chirp those
now.
tortillas though back in the day?
I had to chow them down.
Oh,
I
you-
had that part making weight, so you know.
yeah.
Obviously, I would chow down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking to come back at 147, welterweight.
Good.
Looking for the big names.
Yeah.
We tried to get the Omar Chavez fight a couple times, never landed. You know.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens.
Oh, I like that theme. Son again, a son of
Yeah,
legend, son of
yeah.
legend. Those of you who don't know, I mean, Mike knows who Omar Chavez is. I would love that. Do you know who somebody tagged me today? Because I told him you were going to be on the show. They wanted you to fight Matameno Paya's son,
There were talks about that as
even
well.
Roberto Duran's son.
Chow, yes. There were talks about.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's different in age there, but just the names itself
and the
there.
fights. See, I mean, that's what boxing is. People know names.
Exactly. Exactly. While here on the Fighters Voice Knockout Radio Show, they know names, faces, places, and if you do bad, you'll catch cases. But we got an attorney that's a sponsor, and he'll take care of you. He's going to be here in studio tomorrow to give us a say what's up, a thumbs up, and, you know, all the above, man.
Yes, sir.
So whenever you need us, man, we're here, man. We're not closing the show, but I just want to, you know, extend my hand,
No,
honestly,
it's Fighters
personally,
Voice.
man, and
People
let you
get to hear
know.
me. I'm coming back. The comeback's big. I'm being further for a couple of months. I'm looking to be here for 3 months maybe, or maybe
Yeah.
more. And
Yeah. So
I'll
what do you
be
plan on
around.
training at? Where are you going to work out at?
Well, we got several gyms we're looking at right now. We
Okay.
still haven't planned down yet where we can stay in at, you know.
Okay.
So we want to check out the city and see what's out there.
Oh yeah, yeah. We could talk offset,
Mm-hmm.
off recording, and you'll let me know where you're going, and I'll give you my personal take, and I'd like to line you up and think where you can
Of
be
course.
get the best out of you. And Cole knows a lot of gyms as well.
Yeah, but just off the top of my head, the two I would almost be willing to bet that they're already, like it's already top on one of their lists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those who listen, I'm here at the fights on February 10th from Rivers Fighting. So we'll be
Yeah.
out there in the arena watching the fights and talking to locals, mingling with the fans. So
Yeah, we'll let them know there too. The Fighter's Voice, that's through Top Rank Boxing. The Fighter's Voice will be there covering it, getting some content, and we are who we say we are, man. We don't just do it for the free pass or a free look at some girls. You know what I'm saying? We're there. We're putting in the work. We're grinding. We're busting, and like I said, we're knocking out the competition.
Yes.
I got my man KP right here. He's a videographer, and he's invisible, man. You don't even know he's there. And those are the kind that you want that succeed. He's just there. You know, you don't need to take a selfie to say this
team.
is who I am.
Yeah, of
Show
course.
the content, man.
of course.
That's what's up. That's what time it is. Especially what time it is. It's time for another commercial break. They're the one paying
Macho
the bills. Yes, it's Macho time here on the Fighter's Voice. We'll be coming right back here with the one and only Macho Camacho Jr.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighters Voice Radio Show.
We're back, Fresno, California, the Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters, Knockout Radio Show. Once again, we're here with the Hall of Fame, son of a legend, Hector Macho Camacho Jr. This time I want to ask him exactly what is he doing here in Fresno. Last I heard he was in Panama. Last I heard he was in New York. Last I heard he was in New Zealand. Last I heard he was in China, Japan, you name it. He's everywhere, especially where there's food. But now he's eating better. He's living better. And he's even wants to do better in the ring. When I say do better in the ring, it's the second coming of the Macho Time. So if you don't know, you better ask somebody, because we got some new shirts coming out saying Macho Time again. Macho Time again. I like that. Macho Time again.
Macho Time.
It's still Macho Time. So talk to us about your journey, man. Talk to us about what you want to accomplish. We talked about how you're giving back to the kids and to the youth, and how you're still well preserved and you're ready to go. Talk to us about this journey, man.
Well, it started off, with bumps and bruises, no? Fights being canceled, part of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a fight coming up the 26th, which got canceled. Alexandra reached out to me. Hey, you want to come down to Fresno? I said, wow, I fought here a while ago. I like Fresno. I wouldn't mind. So I gave it a try, with a gut feeling, the vibe. I'm surrounding myself with good people. Being there today, I've met some good people, and everybody want to help out. And it feels love. It feels natural. So here come the journey.
There you go, man. There you go. And I know, you know what? Fresno, one thing about it is we are now, I'm not saying we never were, but we're a boxing town, man. We're a city, and we're going to embrace you. And whether you like it or not, we're going to adopt you as our own.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
And we are. You'd be surprised, man. Because Fresno, we have Jose Ramirez. We got the WBC super lightweight champion of the world, the Avenal kid, who will be defending and claiming once again his throne in Seymour Center, Fresno, California, top-ranked boxing. But, hey, man, Fresno is huge, and we got a lot of love for fighters, especially legends, man.
I had a kid packed out 10,000.
Yeah, well, 14,000. 14,000. And if you ask Rick Meridian, he'll say 18,000 that they were in the parking lot watching it on freaking on their
That's
channels.
important when you got a fighter.
Exactly.
They got a home base.
Exactly.
That's very important for a fighter coming up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it really is.
It is.
It is. It is.
It's rare that you find a fighter pack out. I'll come and fighter pack out 10,000, 14, 10. Those are big numbers.
No, those are big numbers.
Floyd wasn't doing that to
No,
the Gaddy fight.
No.
Even in Vegas, up to the Gaddy fight, that's when he started doing more numbers. But those are big numbers at a young age.
That was a great opponent for Floyd right there.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, it was perfect for him.
That's something that Top Rank do. Top Rank know how to build fighters.
They know how to matchmake. They know what they're doing.
But yeah, they all they stars they had, they
Yeah.
groomed them well.
Yeah, no, they know how to do it, man. And you know what? I got nothing but love for Top Rank. I really do, man. Lee Samuel, man, the Godfather himself, Bob Arum, enough said, Brad Jacobs, and Brad Goodman. I mean, they're all there, man, tearing it all up, man.
Yeah,
oh, dang, okay, you taking it back, huh?
We Trampler,
Shoot, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you ever do your pops? I mean, he did a lot of work with Don King, right? Al Braverman,
Yeah, that was his guy. Don King, really,
Aaron Snowell,
Snowell was his guy. For the
John
Giants
Horn.
fight.
He used to be a comedian
John
now.
Horn as well.
He used to be a comedian.
Yes. Don used to give every fighter. Man, people complain about Don, but Don always put his fighters in the best position
Yes, he did.
and paid them well. What they did with them is what they did with their own money.
Yeah.
But he paid each fighter well. He gave him a shot. Chavez, Christy Martin, Michael Nunn. He had the Macho Man.
Michael second to none. Yeah.
Yes.
He was on his way
groomed
to
them.
a victory before he got caught by James
Yes.
Toney.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Tim
Exactly.
Austin. Yeah, he had them.
Exactly. I mean, well, you got to remember, he had a friend of yours, the Jesse James Lejas, and he had the Zuma Nelsons.
He
Jeff,
ain't my
I know. I said, you know what I'm talking about. No, I know. I said
but
that.
Lejas good guy.
Yeah, we'll fix that right there.
Even to this day, people still put up that fight. Hey, come on, how you doing? I haven't seen you fight with the Leja. I hate the guy.
Hey, man. Hey.
Hey, he's a legend, man. He's a
In the
legend.
ring with a legend.
Yeah, he's a legend. Yeah, he's a legend.
Absolutely. But I'm talking about all these names, the Jeff Fenix, and they were all in there, man. Don King had them all. Yeah. I mean, we're talking about Julian the Hawk Jackson,
Yes.
the G-Man, Gerald McClellan. I mean, the list goes on. Frankie Randall.
Norris.
Terry Norris.
Remember,
Yes, he did.
He had 4 fights.
Simon Brown.
Five
called
fights, all title
called the
fights.
rematches.
Wow.
And then he had Ricardo Lopez on there as well.
Yeah. Trinidad. I mean, he did a lot. He did a lot.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah. No, one thing about him, he did do that. And you know what I do have? and we're going to release later on in this year, is I got some content, some footage of me and Don King talking on the phone. I mean, you're going to hear a 24-year-old talking to him on the phone. So those of you, I'll say it again, I didn't just wake up and want to start this show because you always want to say the fighter's voice is down here and you're up here. You're going to hear this content of me and Don King talking on the phone and Frankie Randall.
Wow.
Back in the day, man.
Wow.
The fighter's voice. The ultimate choice.
Frank was a bad boy.
Oh, yes, he was a surgeon. And see, what was so cool is because there was no cell phones or anything back then. And I would tell my friends, I said, when he fights Chavez, he's coming into Hip Hop Hooray and is going to be dressed as a surgeon, only because he told me at training camp. And when you say that and it's coming on, they're like, what the heck? You know, I mean, nobody knew back then.
Yeah.
That's when we were still in
Style
cable.
make fights.
Yes, I believe that.
He had the perfect style to beat Chavez.
Yes, he did.
Give him, frustrate him.
Yes,
Great
he did.
one, too.
And he had that great chin, too. And he was stamina. His stamina was
Yes.
like crazy. Didn't
Yes.
fade. Didn't fade, man. But I got to ask you this. What about that Simon Brown, Terry Norris? I was surprised in the first one because that was postponed. It was postponed twice, and they finally fought. And then in the rematch, gave him a boxing lesson.
Yeah.
My gosh, man, those are some great wars right there. What are some of the fights that you remember with your father in the ring that stood out the most?
Of course, the Zavio fight. The Greg Haugen fight.
Yes, my God.
Pazienza
Okay, wait, hold on a second. Camacho didn't lose to freaking Hagen.
No.
No, when they want to, I go, come on, bro.
I thought the first fight was more clear of a victory for my father than the second.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
The Ramirez fight, he gave him a boxing lesson.
Yes.
At 135. My father had like great fights, man.
I wish I wanted to see your father with Pernell Whitaker or Meldrick Taylor. Never happened, but I wanted to see that.
I used to love watching my father's ring entrance.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to know what he's gonna wear. What your father's wearing? They wanted to know.
Exactly.
It was excitement.
No, it was excitement,
You
too.
felt it in the air before the fight. Excitement.
No, and when he would come in, man, and when you see all the fans and get goosebumps and just want to be there and touch him and just be a part of him. I mean, he packed the house, man. There was a lot of Boricuas in there, man, and it was happening.
He made the New Yorkers and Puerto Ricans come together.
Yeah, remember when
That night.
he had Co-America?
Co-America, yes.
Remember that? See, a lot of people don't know about that. The Chavez fight. Like Captain America.
Chavez pounded that body big time, huh?
But you know what? He didn't go nowhere, man.
Oh.
He didn't go. Hey, but see, your dad had his moments too.
Yeah.
And I mean, he heard Julio.
Yeah,
Yes.
good uppercut left.
Yes. Yeah, and your
Profound.
grandma was right there. She was,
Yeah.
hey, now I know where your pops got it from, bro.
Yeah.
Because she was real animated, like, I'll get in there. She was, bro. Hey, mama didn't play. I showed you with the
I
child
imagine her
right
ringside. I imagine her
play?
ringside too,
Oh,
man.
man, bro.
She's still tough.
Shoot, you get a Latina mama, Mexican or Puerto Rican mama, it's on. My mom, sometimes, one time, there's a true story. Someone broke into my house, and my first wife, she called me, right? Someone broke into the house. Don't call me, call the cops. So anyways, I show up, I'm smashing down there. My mom shows up too, pops the trunk, comes out with a shovel. My mom was old school. I love you, mama. Yes, she came out with a shovel, man. That's what my mama
She
rose.
got to fix someone's attitude.
Oh no, she didn't do it to like. Well, maybe she did to dig their grave afterwards.
Yeah,
So
I'll
she
hit
was
you
about
with
to,
it.
like,
Yes. I don't need to go and get a shovel. I have one already. I hit you with it.
Yeah, exactly, man. But no, that's some fun stuff, man. You know, this isn't your last time on the show. I want you to know that. Because
Fighter's voice, always have this fighter's voice on the show every time.
every single time, man, because this is the Fighter's Voice Knockout radio show. Now, we also have another show. It's called the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass Podcast. That's where we just let it all ride. So what I want to do is I want to update you while you're here in Fresno. I want to I'll update the fans and everybody here while you're here and let you know exactly what's going on. I think I'm going to have you on again. Maybe we can book him again in 2 weeks. That's what I want to do, his progress and how things are going, because this is our way of giving back.
Appreciate that.
No, absolutely,
Find out
man.
if Jimmy's
Back to the fans.
picked.
Yes,
all
find
that
out what
stuff.
Jimmy's picked and how his diet's going. Because let's talk about your meal plan. I know you got a meal plan happening.
Well, we had a meeting after this, and from there we get everything.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be
Do you guys have one in mind already?
Yeah, he's working with a yoga instructor.
Okay.
She's just has a science background, and she just
Okay.
comes from a different spiritual place. So everything that she creates is just out of love, and we wanted him to be surrounded by people.
Well, bring some samples around that
the
stuff,
Blue
man.
Moon.
I got to cut some weight, my man.
Blue Moon Yogurt, correct?
Yeah, we're at Blue Moon Yoga. Ran into a couple NFL guys there.
Okay.
It was a great
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right on.
I know. I asked because I know when it does nutritional stuff for a fighter. So I was gonna say if you want them specifically
try it out. You
for
married?
workout stuff, then let me know. We'll pass it on. But that's good. That's surround
Oh,
yourself.
okay,
with
you
the right
asked me that
people.
for a reason. We'll talk right now. No, we'll talk off recording. It's all good. I said marry, not bury, my man. But check this out. I want to say this, man. No, we'll edit that part out. Listen, man. I know you just got here in Fresno, and this is your second stop, man, but this isn't your last stop here. I meant everything I said. And, my man I got coming on this next segment is a boxing guru, man. So don't get tired of people picking your brain and hearing these stories. I can't even answer all these text messages that I'm getting. I can't. This segment is going to blow up. That's why I said, you know what? It's almost an injustice just to give us 45 to 50 minutes. I'm going to continue to bring you back on over and over again. And Cole is my co-host, man. I mean, he's always hitting on MMA, topics going, but he even knows what we have sitting here right now, my man.
It's a chance to follow a journey. It's exactly what he's doing. It's just we get to be first-hand account viewers. Like we get to
I'm part
hear
of your
firsthand.
journey.
And be a voice, because boxing,
Yeah.
we need help. We need retirement plans. We need something.
Yes. Well, I'm giving you the platform. I'm that voice. Every fighter has a voice, and so do you. Whether you're fighting for your wife, your life, for your landlord to kick back a little bit and let you stay there, fighting a ticket, whatever you're fighting, you don't have to be in a cage or put a mouthpiece on to be a fighter in life. I had a guest fighting cancer, and we're going to be doing some things with working with Jose Ramirez on some guests that are fighting cancer because they're the true fighters. See, you get the luxury of hearing the bell. That means your fight's over.
Yes.
For them, they don't get to hear a bell. Their fight is continuous to go on and on and on.
Life is a fight.
You see how deep we are, man?
Yeah, life is a
Man,
fight.
we in deep waters, and we know how to swim real good. And we
Get
feed the
knocked down,
sharks.
Get up and keep fighting.
Absolutely,
That's
man.
life.
Absolutely, man. Shoot. Cole fought for his title shot. He made his title shot. He created it because he kept bugging the promoters. He kept bugging the people that he had. Even his agent said, and let me know if I'm out of context, his agent said, dude, what are you doing? He said, I'm earning some money and I'm earning some opportunity for me.
Got to get the bills paid, man.
You got to get them paid, man.
Got to get the bills
You gotta
paid.
get
If
'em
not,
paid,
you just
man.
sit at home, train the whole time.
Exactly,
It's our
man.
job, yep.
Yeah, man. But you know what? I know you're looking for sponsors as well, right?
Yeah, we working.
Yeah, we working, man. We could probably work together, man. We could probably talk to some people, man. They probably like you more, man.
Just good
That's real talk, man.
Good chance to spread the word, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
you want to be part of the journey. Like you're.
Absolutely.
This is that window of time where it's you already know somebody's going to start that journey, and you already know that they're gonna have a following because
Yeah.
what they're doing matters to them, but B, surrounded with the myth and the aura and the legend and the story and the status of his father and him alone. You know that's going to get followed. Like, you know people are going to pay attention to that. So it's like, why wouldn't you want to be in on the supportive end before it blows up again? Because then you're just going to look like somebody going, hey, how do I get some of that? No, it's start now because we don't know what's going to happen. He doesn't know what's going to happen. He has a journey. He has a goal. He has a mindset. Just get in now. Where it's the support area. This is where you show who you want to support. Okay, we want to support you and help take you as far as you can go. However far they may be, we want to help you get there. So let's go. What do we got to do to get involved? Like, this is your window to actually get into that door before the door shuts. And now it's just all right. So we want to invest $5,000. What's our ROI looking like? We've been there since day one. When he started the journey in Fresno, we were there not because we wanted to get on the train, but because we wanted to be one of the groups that originally supported him. And that goes miles. That has its own ROI, period.
Yeah.
And that's what we need, support. Us fighters, we all need support.
Absolutely, man. That support, that platform, and that exposure, and that voice, man. You need to be heard, and you actually need not just heard, but listened to.
Yes.
And I like to describe us right now as the hottest show that nobody knows about, but when they do, it's a wrap. It's just a wrap. Because, I mean, you don't just want to fight in this area. You want to go global, just like your dad, across the world. And this empire, and I call it an empire, the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show is going to go global. Because what we offer people is an opportunity to be heard and to speak their mind, man, just like you are. I mean, I know there's some stuff in you, man. We're going to pull out later on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, later on, when you get in that comfort zone, it's all going to come out. I think it's going to come out in the Kick-Ass podcast. I mean, it's unlimited.
Once he finds a
Absolutely.
foothold, once he finds a gym,
absolutely.
once he's all past all that, just got
yeah.
the checklist going. Now it's like,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, exactly.
Now all I got to worry about is the training and the getting ready.
And then we're going to take our videographer because we're going to go get some content of you training. No, not of you sparring because we know that's a no-no, but of your road work, your training.
Work, yeah.
Matter of fact, we need to talk. I don't know if you got somebody in mind already, but we may want to do some. If you're open to shooting a little small documentary while you're here in Fresno, called the Macho Camacho journey, the journey with the Macho one. Yeah, exactly.
The fans get to see firsthand what's going on, what we go through on a daily
Exactly.
basis.
Exactly. We did something like that about over a year ago with Jose Ramirez. We went and shot it down. We were actually at his apartment, and we were there at Wild Card Gym. We had some special permission with Freddie Roach, and thank you again, Marie. Made it happen, man. And making him a champion, man.
You can just call the whole segment "It's That Time Again," and you just have time in like a different font or some font that's signature to his dad.
Macho time. Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
maybe you have the big ass gold chain. And it just says time.
Yeah.
And it just says it's time again. And those who know are going to pick up on that right away.
Or your new shirts with your dad's gold chain right there, hanging down.
It's still
Yeah,
Macho.
yeah. And then, somewhere on the shirt somewhere, a little fighter's voice or something, or some thumbs up around here for Richie. Shoot, we can make that work. I think so, matter of fact.
Happens, man.
I'll tell you what, man. You find the design. You design that chain however you want it. You let me put the fighter's voice on there and thumbs up for Richie. I'll pay for the shirts. I don't care what colors you want. I'll cover the shirts. Okay? Let's do that together. You heard it right there.
Black shirt with
and we're gonna
gold
put
chain.
some, however you want it.
Black shirt with the gold.
Yeah,
We'll put
with
the
the big old
fight-
gold chain
let's
logo.
do
Like
it.
the chain starts at the neckline. And
We'll
just
take care of
have
that.
it.
Yeah, and we don't need to just do black and white. You want the gold on there. So we're talking about 3 colors. We're talking about printing, designing, all that stuff there. The fighter's voice take care of that, man.
Because your dad's necklace said Macho, right?
Yes, sir.
You just get one that says time on it, dude.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're gonna know, dude. And cause you know
Yeah,
grandma's
put it up
got
right
it,
there.
and you just have someone wear it. But it's gonna say time,
Yeah.
and they're just gonna know.
Oh,
They're
shit,
gonna know
grandma's
what it
probably
is.
wearing it. Grandma has that
Look
swag.
about swinging that stuff.
No, shit, hey, right? Where do you think Mach got it from?
But in the boxing community,
From
to
mama.
see that
From mama.
see that gold chain,
Yeah.
and it says time,
Huh.
and to have his name associated as that fighter, then the people are gonna pick up on that right away. It's instantly gonna go to that nostalgia look, and it's gonna that could be like your thing. Like his was Macho. You're not gonna have a gold. Just have your shirt that big old gold says time.
Just
You're
boom.
gonna know, dude. Time's back, man. Let's
That's
go.
right.
It's Macho time
That's
again. Let's
right,
go,
baby.
It's just people will try to hate and say, "Oh, it's unoriginal." Dude, you're just continuing a legacy name. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. It's your first off, it's your effing family.
my name.
It's
Exactly.
your name. It's your family. It's your
Exactly.
father's legacy. It's just transitioned to the next hand. There's no real leg that anybody can stand on to look down and go, "Well, that's not." Dude, shut up. It's legacy,
You
man.
have a couple of those. Find
You
them.
always are, and it's just like legacy. Because what happens is you get the other ones look at them too, and they go, "What are you doing, man?" That's
Yeah.
all. That's all love family, right? That's all that is. How could you possibly look at that and have a negative view on it? And then they feel silly.
Yeah, well, they will. They'll feel silly, man. Because when you take second place, man, you mostly feel silly.
Yeah, you feel silly because you got
And-
second place of your own accord. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. But we're here to take first, man, and knock out the competition. We're going to take commercial break. We're going to come back one last segment. We're going to bring Mike on, who is a guru of boxing, with Michelle Phelps, the beautiful Michelle Phelps, with behind the scenes boxing over and over again, and also writer for the Fighter's Voice Knockout radio show, man, behind the gloves, man. But this time we're going to go behind the gloves with the Macho Man. We'll be coming right back from commercial break. Come back with our other co-hosts, kicking it the most too. Remember, I'm your host, Richard Ortiz, the Fighter's Voice Knockout radio show. We'll be coming right back.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighters Voice Radio Show.
Yes, and we're back. Fresno, California, the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show, knocking out the competition. The Fighter's Voice, the only voice, the ultimate choice. With us in studio now, the co-host Mike Ritha.
Rather.
Ruther, like brother? Ruther.
Yeah.
Yes, who is a boxing guru, man. And he's here to pick the mindset. He's here to pull out the corazon out of Hector Macho Camacho Jr. about his love for the sport, his admiration, and talk to him about his journey, man. The mic's all yours, my man. Mike, take it away.
Yeah. First, man, it's an honor to actually meet you.
Thank you.
Your dad was, a legend. Is a legend.
Yeah.
Funny story, and I'm gonna be honest. Growing up, you know the rivalry, Mexico, Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
My dad could not stand your dad. When he fought Chavez, my dad loved your dad after that. He was like,
Really?
Yeah, anytime he fought, he was like, oh, he was the only one until Cotto came around, Puerto Rican fighter that he would root for, was your dad. And, yeah, I mean, it was, I would watch him. I still watch videos to this day. And, yeah, how you said he changed his style after Rosario. He did, but he did it smart, unlike other fighters. So, I mean, like they said, he would change defensive, but he knew when he was going to land that shot, when he was going to rock you, when he was going to hurt you. Yeah, he was ahead of his time. He was the innovator. Hamed has nothing on your dad, man. Sorry, your dad was one of a kind, man. It was crazy. Like, when he told me he was coming up, I was like, all right, man, that's
And speaking about that, La Raza, we love La Raza. We love Mexicans.
Mexicans love you.
A bunch of time. The love for my father, the Camachos, is real out there.
And it's that respect they have for one another too. Big time. Big time. And like I told you, those stories that I saw firsthand in Las Vegas after the fight that they had for each other, clowning around with each other, messing around for each other. But that was real talk, man. I remember they're holding your dad back. No, because he's trying to climb in the ring for that last round of sparring. And I was like, man, I'm about to see something happen right now. Man, because I was, wow, yeah.
He was on show. He knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. It was all show. And to see Chavez Sr., when he walked in to yell out, Macho time, Macho time. That's the way he was doing it, because they was like, hey. And he was like, yeah. Yeah, that was some good stuff there, man. But yeah, man, I told you, he's here, man. I mean, he has a story to tell. He's on the Fighter's Voice. He's fighting again, man. And we're going to help plateau that, man.
Yeah. So now you're coming back. You said 147, right?
Yeah.
How many fights are you looking to go before you get, top tier, top 10 of the weight class, would you say?
Well, in boxing, anything can happen any given night. So I'm not here to say, let me get 2 tune-ups, 4 tune-ups. I'm just trying to get a fight in to see where I'm at and look for a good name. Because boxing, anything can happen.
Exactly.
Anything can happen.
And you might come back that first fight and feel like you ain't got no rest.
And that's
so,
it. You never know.
So you can be ready right away, definitely.
So what time period are we looking?
It's about fighting the smart fighters, people with name.
Yeah.
It'd be a risk. It got to be a reward towards it.
Yeah.
So, we're looking at names. Now, the young boy, people my age more or less, like Zab Judah. We've been talking. Omar Chavez, we've been talking.
Yeah.
Canelo's brother, we've been talking.
Yeah.
So there's names I'm looking at, so.
What about Broner?
Broner's Broner. I mean, I don't care too much about the kid.
Yeah. No, I mean,
good fighter.
That's a name.
Good name.
Yeah.
Bam Bam. Another good name.
Yeah.
Bam Bam Rios. I like that.
That's another good name.
Oh,
Victor Ortiz. There's names still out there.
Oh, I like that.
They make sense.
You know what? I like those two guys you named. And, see, okay, on the business standpoint, I'm not coming in as a PR guy, but if you fight a Mexicano, I mean, let's talk numbers. Like the Bam Bam Rios, like the Victor Ortizes. Again, yes, I can see
Makes
that.
sense.
It makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Makes more dollars than cents.
The only thing with Ortiz is I think he still has his little problem going on with this case and all that.
Well, no offense to Tyson. Tyson did. He moved on. He was just a name.
Ortiz ain't Tyson.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. Yeah, that's true, too. That's true, too.
Yeah.
But I like to see him against Bam Bam Rios.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. I mean, Bam Bam fights, next month, I believe, or
Yeah, the last time. We actually had him. He was on
Yeah.
the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass podcast last month. We went down to Riverside, went down to Garcia Gym, and Bam Bam was on the show. And good guy. He's a character, too.
Yeah, he is,
he's
yes,
a character,
he is.
too. I mean,
Good guy.
he speaks his mind. Yeah, good guy. Solid. I'd like to see you with those guys, with those names that you did name, and see where it leads to, man.
Exactly.
Because one thing that you did have, and you still have, is you have that base. I mean, your legs, because your calves are like that, my man. I mean, you got that Manny Pacquiao calves, man, and that's what keeps you on your feet, man.
Yes.
Exactly, that push power. And I notice you walk on your toes a lot, too, and you kind of got that balance.
I fight on my toes, tippy toes.
Yeah, I've watched you,
But the
man.
main thing is condition. I learned that condition is what it is,
Yeah, well, conditioning, you're able to answer that next round and do it like it's your first round and get your second win when your first one really never left you, man. So that on top of everything, makes it happen. So, man, I'm excited, man, and I'm excited about your journey, and I'm excited about Fresno embracing you and you embracing Fresno, man.
Nah, man, it's a good place to start. It's a great place to start.
Exactly. And it's not a bad place to end. You think about that, my man. Yeah, you like that, man. But I want to talk about that shirt again, man, because I meant it. We'll talk later on. We'll talk business with that. No, I mean, it's probably like a crumb, or you're probably thinking that, no, man, I mean, that's, I wish we can offer more. I wish we can write that check. I wish somebody can say, hey, the Fighter's Voice, I want to hire you. I'm going to say it right now. Top Rank Radio featuring the Fighter's Voice. I like that. I'll say it right now. Call Leaf Samuel, man. Make that happen. Call Evan. Make that happen.
Hit him up right now.
Let's make that happen right now. Because why? We're knocking out the competition, man. Because I believe that we can go global. I know we will. We just need that opportunity, man. I mean, look at Macho right here, man.
Keeping fighters relevant.
Exactly. And that's one of our segments, man. I mean, we do a lot, man. We do a lot. And you enjoy doing what you do, man. You know, you'll never work a day in your life, man. I mean, I truly believe that.
Truth.
Exactly, man. I want to ask you a personal question, man. Any children in your life, as far as wanting to fight or anything, or following your footsteps?
I have 2 daughters. I have one that's 20.
Okay.
She's going to be 20 next month.
Okay.
And a 6-year-old.
Oh, okay.
So they're 2 girls.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, a 6-year-old is keeping you on your feet.
Oh, yes. That's my love, you know. That's what I'm fighting.
That's what's up.
To take care of her future.
Yeah. I got my 21-year-old, my Cassie girl, and my granddaughter, Sienna. Yeah, she keeps me on my toes, man.
I would love to have a boy, you know, to have a fighter, but God
hey, girls can fight too, though, man. No, well, you know what? And, hey, the Bible says they'll give you the desire of your heart, man. So you know what? Hey, man.
Never know.
You never know, man.
Yeah.
Another macho. Yeah, exactly.
She probably get it from the wife.
Well, you may get that boy.
The wife fights all day.
Oh, there you are, man.
Watch, what's your next fight? Tonight, if I get home, I get home on time, but tonight.
I like that. That's real talk right there, man.
You know how it is.
Shoot, but you're going to eat some good food, what we talked about, man. Whole's Food, man, that's a plug. They're not even sponsoring us, but there's a plug. That is good food there. You cannot go wrong there, man. The food's good. It tastes good. The candy's good. It's all good over there, man. Yeah. I'm talking about the candy. It's all good there. No, it's a nice place, man. That's in Fig Garden, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. A nice place there, man. Shoot. I might have to slide in there one time. But I do want to talk to you about those classes and the nutrition later on off camera, because I am looking at I need to shred about 25 pounds, man.
Yeah, we lost about 5 today.
Yeah,
Oh, did you?
High yoga classes? Oh, man, I'll be dripping.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I like to do, man? I mean, but don't take my head off. I would love to go around with you, man.
Yeah.
And like videotape it, the Fighter's Voice. But I'm not saying hold back, but don't put me to sleep, dog.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm a southpaw right hand lead and spin.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
You know boxing.
No, I mean, you know. Yeah. Well, you know boxing
It'll be fun,
too,
man.
so don't test the chin, man. I just want to have some fun, man.
Yeah, I would love to train alongside him, because
I would love to too.
But I don't know about spar yet, but yeah.
I just said that,
I'm
man.
gonna be honest though. I have been asked to spar by a champion, and he wants to see how he would take a punch from someone as my size, but I'm like, nah, man. I was like, I'll probably throw that one punch and be tired.
Nah, man.
But that's probably gonna happen over the summer, and when it happens, we'll be out there, because that talk is there. And,
it wasn't a challenge. I'm talking about for fun, my man.
No, that's good. That's good. Interact, with the fighters. That's a good thing.
Yeah. No, I want to. I don't just want to be behind the microphone. I want to get my hands wrapped, put the mouthpiece on, and say this, because these other guys can get on here and do all this and go put their tie on and get manicured. No, I manicure after you take my hand wraps off, my man. You know, I don't want to do the show and say, yeah, what happened? Yeah, I won a couple rounds with Mach. No, I like I know it's pointy, but let's leave it alone.
Uppercuts.
Oh, he said uppercuts.
Uppercuts,
Oh, wow. He's already playing, looking at that chin, huh?
Come out with that Victor Ortiz.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do all that, man. But no, I'm just talking about having some fun, man. And once you land a place where you're going to work out in, man, and we'll definitely talk off camera.
Got a lot of things going on. I got the Macho book coming out. I got a book coming out.
Okay, well, let's talk about that.
I got a kid's book called Macho Dad. You can find it at Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. I stay active. I'm staying doing things outside of box, outside the ring, giving back always. I'm actually working on the movie.
Are you working on a movie?
Yeah.
You yourself or your story?
My father's story.
Yes. Well, that's you. You need to play that.
That people don't see. People know who Macho Camacho is inside the ring.
Yeah.
Outside the ring, they know who he is. The heart he had. His story, the true underdog story. He came from Spanish Harlem. He came from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
He earned his way.
Yeah.
So that's
And he loved
it's a
himself.
powerful story.
He loves himself.
Anybody could do it.
No, I remember he said
He's the blueprint.
Yeah, he said, I love myself.
Yeah. You have to love yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because I remember when I came late, right? And I had chores, man. I had to go hang the clothes. We didn't have a dryer. We had to go hang the clothes. So my mom's watching it. And she goes, oh, you missed the part. He loves himself. I go, oh, Mom. Because in HBO, there was no commercials, man. There was no pause either. And we didn't have a VCR to
Yeah,
record it.
We didn't have the DVRs like we do
No,
now.
we didn't. But that was real talk, though. Had to hang 'em, hang clothes. But, I'm glad where we are today.
Yeah.
That's real talk. Just had to throw that in there because I got my boxing from my mom. I watched my first boxing match with Muhammad Ali with my mom, and she would talk to me about Joe Louis. Yeah. Yeah, I got pictures of my mom blessing Chavez and De La Hoya, and even Mike Tyson, she's blessing him. My mom's old school Mexicano, man. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, real talk, man. That's a whole different segment, man. But so did your mom, was your grandma, was she active? Was she into sports at all or athletic? Where did your dad get the athletic ability from?
Natural. It was natural. Well, his father was a baseball player, but it was natural in his eyes. I mean, he loved Bruce Lee.
Oh, okay.
So he imitated Bruce Lee from young.
See, I didn't know that.
He took karate. That's why you see his stance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was real
Yeah.
Bruce Lee. He knew the arts.
Yeah. So what else did your dad like? I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Who's his favorite baseball team?
Now he wasn't no baseball.
How about
player
football?
at all. He liked no other sports but boxing.
What, boxing?
Karate was his thing. He loved to dance.
Oh, yeah, he loved to
Yeah.
dance, yeah.
Yeah.
Loved to wear sunglasses at night,
Exactly.
too. Huh.
Yeah, and that was his flow. That was his
No, it
style.
was his flow, man.
Had the little curl coming down, you know. The
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got yours right there. Yeah.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
Got
See,
it.
now you see the resemblance, man.
Yeah.
Big time. Big time. Yeah, man. That's some good stuff right there, man. See, that's some stuff I didn't know.
Mm.
And now I know.
A lot of things, you know.
And I know because I have the son of a legend on the show.
Yep.
And that's good to go, man. Yes, so I'm going to make sure you get those VIP passes, man,
Okay,
for
brother.
Combates. So you
Oh,
can
yeah.
check out your MMA event. So why not check it out live instead of just watching it? You'll be there live, my man.
You're gonna love it, man. Trust me. They know
Oh,
how to
he's
put on
gonna
the
be
show.
hooked. Oh, no, they do know how to
They
put
know
on
how
the
to
show.
put on the show. I mean, it's like a concert. Everything, the patriotism that they do for every country that was there.
Yeah.
That tournament they had last
Every
month.
fighter that comes out, they show mad respect
Yeah,
for him, man.
for
Really?
come out with their
Absolutely.
own flag. I mean, we had Spain, Chile.
Yeah.
Every country was out there last time.
International, really.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, boxing. Amanda Serrano fights for them as well.
Amanda Serrano.
Yeah, was it 8-time,
Yeah.
8-weight world champion, Puerto Rican? Yeah,
Amanda Serrano.
Oh,
yeah.
you're going to love Zoila Frosto.
oh yeah.
She's a
Who?
female fighter, Zoila Frosto. She was on the show, the beautiful Zoila Frosto, and we got to get her back on the show too. And she can fight too. When she was on here one time, I said she'll break your heart and kick your ass in the same night,
That's a
man.
good one.
Oh man, yeah, it's real
That's
talk
a
though,
good one.
man. It's real talk.
she
man.
will.
Her mom does my taxes too, so I'll be seeing her soon too,
Okay.
man. Yeah, some good people, man. I mean, Fresno's good, man. Fresno's good, and I think Fresno's good for you, and I think you'll be good for Fresno.
Okay.
Yeah. Any closing segments, my man?
Nothing much. Just again, it's an honor to be here with the son of a
Absolutely.
legend like that, and I'm
you.
excited to see what you do going forward,
His
and
journey.
hopefully be there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I said, we started in Fresno and we look to end in Fresno.
Exactly. And those of you who know me, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, today I was a little more excited because I was able to, I know, and I'm part of the journey because I had those stories that I had on ice and on lock, and what other better way to release them today because it was real content. And again, thanks for listening to us, following us. Hey, don't forget to follow us, www.youtube/thefightersvoice, www.thefightersvoice.com. Subscribe to our channel, man. The hottest show that nobody knows about, but is taking over, man. The Fighters Voice Knockout Radio Show. We're here, and next week we have one of the founders at Tachi Palace, one of the matchmakers, one of the ones in the tribes. We have Jacob Martinez coming in, and we have one of the godfathers of MMA, and we're talking about Sherdog, man, the one who put it together. He'll be with us that following Wednesday. Tomorrow, man, we got with us a rap artist, my man. DJ Smooth, man. He's coming in. He's going to drop his LP. We're going to talk about his album. We're going to talk about his release and how it's relevant with MMA and boxing because the fighters come in listening to his tunes, man. I don't want to throw it away and give you too much, but he'll be on the Fighters Voice Kick-Ass podcast. As always, it's a wrap here, Fresno, California. Thumbs up for Richie.
Still Macho time.
It's Macho.
Never down for the count. It's just another wrap. Thanks for listening to the Fighters Voice Radio Show. Catch us again next week. Same when, same how. And always stay connected to the Fighters Voice on social media. So, on behalf of Richard Ortiz, Cole Escovedo, our special guests, and the whole crew right here at the Fighters Voice Radio Show, saying see ya next week, right here on the Fighters Voice.